US is one of the few developed markets with actual population growth. Over the next 5 years, the number of potential consumers is expected to increase by 12 million. This growth will be driven by the Latino population, which is younger and more focused on beauty, especially makeup and fragrances. The US accounts for 1/3 of the global affluent population and 60% of their global spend. That current tailwind of consumer confidence and wealth will continue to drive the growth of our luxury division. Emerging markets. 2 billion of our potential consumers live in emerging markets. Over the next 5 years, their number will increase by another 500 million, half of them in India alone. These consumers are increasingly affluent. They are young, digitally connected, and beauty savvy, all of which support strong beauty market share growth for years to come. We estimate that there are 4.2 billion potential beauty consumers in the world, and that we touch 1.3 billion of them today. Over the next decade, it is our ambition to reach 2 billion consumers. Start with Gen Z. They already account for over 1/5 of our potential consumers, and it will increase by another 150 million in the next 5 years. By 2030, 370 million Gen Z consumers will be over the age of 25, entering a new life stage with more disposable income and more sophisticated beauty routine. 200 million Gen Alpha consumers will be coming of age in 2030. This matters as this cluster are what I would call the beauty crazy generation, giving us the opportunity to nurture the consumer of tomorrow. The 60+ cohort. By the end of the decade, it will comprise over 1 billion of our potential consumers. That's 200 million more than this year. 2/3 of the 60+ years old will be the boomers, 1/3 Gen X. More than half of them will live in developed markets. This makes them a very attractive cluster as consumers in developed markets spend more on beauty as they get older. The average boomer spends over $400 per year, almost twice as much as a Gen Y, and 2.5 times as much as a Gen Z. Today, over 60s account for 21% of the population, but 28% of the beauty demand.